Hello, I'm Mayor Jose Segarra, and this is the State of the City. Killeen now has more than 140,000 residents and continues to grow at a rate of about 2% each year. The city limit encompasses about 55 square miles. Combined, all of the properties located in Killeen have a value of about $6.3 billion. Our city budget is about $200 million and pays for public safety, infrastructure, essential services like water and trash, and quality of life amenities like parks, pools, and trails. A 7-member city council is responsible for governing and setting the direction of the city. Continuous growth in our community has posed a number of challenges in keeping pace with infrastructure improvements and service demands. Killeen is a council-manager form of government, so the day-to-day operations are delegated to the city manager. Ron Olson has recently joined us to lead our staff of 1,300. I cannot say enough about the professionalism and dedication of the city staff. From the frontline workers up to the department heads, these employees are often criticized and rarely thanked, but they work extremely hard in their jobs. They truly care about making a positive difference for the community and have been the largest contributor to the local United Way campaign for 6 straight years. Thank you, Team Killeen. You are truly appreciated. The city finances have been the topic of much discussion and speculation. But here are the facts. Sales tax is up 4% so far this year. Property values are up by 4.77%. While these numbers are positive and should equate to additional revenue, Killeen is actually experiencing a reduction in property tax revenue of about 10% or $3.4 million annually. This is because of the disproportionate impact from the 100% disabled veterans and spouse exemptions. The state has enacted these exemptions and they provide a tremendous benefit to veterans. However, the state has failed to recognize that cities like Killeen have a much higher impact because so many veterans choose to make our city their home. We've worked with the legislature to help them understand the unintended consequences of their actions, and they have been somewhat responsive in providing state funding to help offset the revenue loss. We continue to work to make it known that we're proud to be home to so many veterans and that the state has a responsibility to help our city to continue to provide excellent service for them. The 2017 annual budget was adopted last September with a large deficit. However, within 3 months, it had been brought into balance under the leadership of interim city manager Dennis Baldwin. By working with the council and staff, we were able to realize efficiencies or reductions that eliminated the projected deficit and improved the ending fund balance to more than 24%. Policy requires that the fund balance be at least 22%. By improving this year's financial income, the budget is better positioned for 2018. The new city manager is already working on developing that budget and will present his draft to the city council in July. The city launched an online financial portal in January to give the public a new tool to understand our finances. Annually and monthly figures from 2011 to present are available and can be viewed in charts or graphs with as little or as much detail as desired. The reports can be compared, downloaded, and shared. We hope this helps citizens more fully and accurately understand city finances. Transportation infrastructure improvements have been a huge effort in Killeen for a number of years. $73 million of state and local funding has been invested in Highway 190 alone. Because of these major improvements, the highway has been upgraded to interstate standard and approved for designation as Interstate 14. The first segment runs from Coppers Cove to Belton, but the entire interstate will someday reach from El Paso to Savannah as part of the Forts to Ports system. This designation will be a tremendous economic development tool. For local road projects, Tremere continues to progress towards completion. Final completion has been extended to December, but most of the major work will be done by August. There are multiple parts to this project. First is widening Tremere to 5 lanes from Jasper to Elms. It will have a continuous center turn lane, new ingress and egress to businesses, and new sidewalks. Lowe's Boulevard is being extended west to Florence to make a new connection. Parts that have been completed are a new signal installed on Lowe's at Walmart and the straightening and center turn lane connection on W.S. Young at Bacon Ranch. Another important part of transportation in Killeen is Killeen-Fort Hood Regional Airport. Employments are up slightly to start the year. We have been experiencing decreases over the last 4 years, so this is a positive. Also positive, the city applied for and received a $3.475 million DEAG grant from the state to benefit Fort Hood. The grant is constructing a new Army radar approach control facility that will benefit both military and civilian air operations. Killeen Economic Development Corporation contributed $525,000 towards the project because of its importance to Fort Hood and the region. Killeen Economic Development Corporation has also provided $90,000 in funding for air service development. This money will be put towards efforts to recruit and retain services at the airport. Public safety is always a top priority for our residents. The police department has 13 new officers made possible by the 2015 Federal COPS Grant. The officers have completed the academy and are being placed in criminal investigations to address violent crime. In addition to officers, the public has a role in community policing. One way to be involved is the Citizens Police Academy. The 42nd class is in session right now, learning more about law enforcement and how they can be part of preventing crime. The fire department opened Fire Station number 9 in March. The new station is located at 5400 Bunny Trail and will service the growing southwestern part of Killeen. It will also provide primary backup to West Fort Hood. A federal SAFER grant has provided funding for the new firefighters at the station for 2 years. I believe one of the reasons Killeen continues to grow is that we offer a great quality of life. Part of that is the parks and recreation. We have commissioned a new parks master plan. It was developed with consultants with input of the public, stakeholders, elected officials, and staff. It assessed current amenities and needs. It is our long-term guide to help identify and prioritize future projects. Stewart Park at the corner of Rancier and Stewart is a north side redevelopment project we're really proud of. It is a great example of public-private partnership, utilizing federal and city funds along with contributions from Lions Foundation and Killeen Young Professionals. We were able to add a hike and bike trail, new play equipment, basketball court, and a pavilion. The city's aquatic program will be up and running soon. The Junior Service League of Killeen Spray Park at Long Branch Park is open now. The Long Branch Pool was renovated last summer and will open Memorial Day weekend. Also opening Memorial Day is the Family Aquatic Center at Lions Club Park. Pool operations are made possible each summer through our summer hire program that hires about 80 young people to be lifeguards, water safety instructors, or cashiers. Other summer hires help with ground maintenance throughout the city. It's a great way for youth to serve their community and make some money. We're also getting ready for some big events organized by our volunteer organizations. Keep Killeen Beautiful will host the annual Texas Trash Off April 8th. The Celebrate Killeen Festival will be April 27th through the 29th. And Rodeo Killeen is coming May 18th through the 20th. Community improvement is something I'm very interested in, particularly on the north side of town. Efforts continue downtown to beautify and energize. The initial streetscaping project was completed in 2014 and design for Phase 2 is now complete. Our next step is for Council to identify funding to begin improvements. There has been an increase in private investment by businesses. New businesses have opened and existing businesses are taking advantage of city incentives for building rehabilitation, facade, and sign improvements. On Veterans Day, a new mural was unveiled on the corner of Gray and Avenue D that pays tribute to Fort Hood as part of our city's heritage. The Rancier Corridor is an area I feel very strongly about revitalizing. This is the entrance to Fort Hood's East Gate and has more potential to be more attractive and less congested. city staff created a concept model that shows what the area could be with some planning and resources. Clean 17 is a new program this year that aimed at improving the appearance of our city. The city has been divided into 9 zones, and we are concentrating all court enforcement efforts by zone during the calendar year. Zones 1 and 2, located in northern Killeen, have been completed, and compliance was extremely high in both zones. April brings our annual special Saturday trash collections. We offer this to residents at no additional charge so that they may place bulky items, building material, and yard waste at curbside. This helps eliminate code violations, improves property appearance, and prevents illegal dumping. Fort Hood continues to be an economic engine in our community and in the state, so it is important that the city continues its effort in support. We sponsored a joint land use study that was completed in December. It studied the fort and surrounding communities to achieve compatible growth and long-term sustainment of Fort Hood. The strong cooperation between cities and the fort was evident in the report, which offered recommendations for regional coordination and compatible growth strategies. The Texas Mayors of Military Communities was formed under the leadership of Mayor Dan Corbin in 2014. The organization has mayors of 13 member cities working to bring awareness to the state about the value and needs of military communities. Texas military installations have an annual economic impact of nearly $150 billion. That's the third largest industry in the state. Fort Hood is responsible for about 1/3 of that amount. In the 2015 legislative session, the group was successful in securing a $30 million appropriation for DEAG grant. Killeen received one of those grants for the airfield. This group is working hard again this session to secure another appropriation. The Heart of Texas Defense Alliance, led by retired Lieutenant General Pete Taylor and retired Major General Ken Cox, is a key partner in our support of Fort Hood. In just the last year, they have been instrumental in the Joint Land Use Study and the DEAG Grant Award. They have also been successful in our region's designation as a Great American Defense Community. This is a national honor and really affirms what our community aspires to be. There are a number of hot topics I want to highlight. The first is our new city manager, Ron Olson. He began February 8th and has rolled up his sleeves and gotten right to work. He brings more than 37 years of city management experience that will bring tremendous value to our city. Mr. Olson will be instrumental in developing our 2018 budget. Staff work is well underway. We expect a much smoother budget process this year under his leadership. By charter, the city hires an external audit firm to examine our finances each year. And for the second year, we have received a clean audit. That means that auditors found no deficiencies or material weaknesses and offers assurance that staff is managing city finances responsibly. City Council elected to move forward on a management audit. Many refer to this as a forensic audit. A firm has been hired to look at specific items in past budgets as far back as 2002. A mid-audit report is expected in May. The Council has also decided to move forward with implementing impact fees. These fees will be assessed on new growth to account for its impact on future infrastructure needs. The implementation timeline will bring an ordinance before the Council for consideration around September timeframe. If adopted, fees would take effect 12 months later. A municipal election is scheduled for May 6 for the 4 district seats. And finally, there is a tremendous amount of good news happening in our city that is not being reported. We have ramped up our efforts to deliver that information to you ourselves. Our website, social media outlets, newsletters, and government channel are all available 24 hours a day. Killeen is truly a great city that offers an excellent quality of life. We continue to grow because people choose to live here. We will always face challenges, so it is my hope that you will commit to being part of the solution that keeps our city moving forward. Thank you for joining me for the 2017 State of the City.